got into comedy a couple of years ago, I'd always been a big comedy fan, used to go to a lot of it. But then one night, a girl that I knew from Brisbane was up on stage, and I said, I'd love to do that. And the friend I was with said, well, why don't you? And just started getting up in Melbourne, and everything went from there. So a lot of my material is about how I was born blind. And so there's a lot of that in there, but also probably the second half is about content that came from a recent breakup, which was very sad at the time, but mwah, in terms of comedy.
Please give a warm welcome to Ginny Hollands.
Hi, I'm Ginny, and I was born blind. And look, I'm still pretty blind. I've got about 16% vision, 1/6. So it's not great, but it's also not terrible. There's a lot of really good things about not being able to see. Like, it's never my turn to be designated driver. And it pretty much gives you carte blanche to forget people's names. And I'll say, oh, I'm so sorry, it's because I'm visually impaired. But actually, it's because I'm a narcissist. And of course, my personal favourite is that to me, every 4 is a blurry 8. What's up, sir? It can be hard, though, because I can be difficult to read. I don't make the right facial expressions in certain situations. So people will think that I might be lost, or that I'm not very nice, or that I'm shoplifting. And all those things are true. But it's rude of you to bring it up. My favourite misreading, though, was when I was recently down in Hobart, and I was on the Cascade Brewery tour, and I met the loveliest Irish couple, and we were going pint for pint, and we were having such a good time. We took it to the pub, and then we went to a bar, and then we went to a club, and then I was throwing up in an alley. And this bouncer comes up, and I think, oh, here you go. And look, I can't stress to you enough how much I absolutely deserve to get kicked out of this venue. Like, I was vomiting on their dumpster. But instead of kicking me out, he comes up, he looks me in the eye, and he hands me a glass of water. And he says, "It's okay, my son is autistic too." And I'm not autistic. But who am I to say no to human kindness and a glass of water? I mean, I've bent over for less. Oh, geez, I'm glad you laughed at that joke, because I literally got dumped for it a couple of weeks ago. We'd been going out for like 6 months, and he said to me, "Ginny, you can't tell that joke, you're not autistic." Fine. But my friend said, "Oh, but Ginny, what, you were going out for such a long time. How had he not seen your set before? Surely he knew about that autism joke." But the thing is that I'd never actually invited him to come and see me, because it's a really vulnerable personal experience standing up here. And whilst I'll happily tell my dick jokes to 1,400 degenerates at Town Hall, to do it in front of someone you're falling in love with, what makes me want to set myself on fire? I mean, you can come in my hair, but not to my gigs! So now I have to get back out there. And logistically, it's annoying because I have to retake all my photos. Because a couple of months into this relationship, I thought, amazing. You've got this one locked down, you've got this one in the bag. It's time to get that short haircut you've always wanted. And I thought I'd looked really Parisian and mysterious, but instead it just looks like I got a divorce. And it's so time-consuming dating. With all the smiling and the nodding and the lying. I'd love to come rock climbing with you sometime. Or, NFTs, tell me more. Or the hardest lie to tell, you're so funny. They're not funny. But, it's important, I think, I want to get back out there because I want what every person wants, I think, which is a second income. And with my second income, we'll scrape together a 5% deposit on a house in the outer suburbs with no public transport infrastructure so we can do a 3-hour round trip every day to work at jobs we hate to pay off a house we can't afford year after year until it all ends a bitter divorce, but that's okay because I've already got the haircut. And realistically, like, I can't go back to that bloke that dumped me because I really fumbled the breakup. He came over to my house, and the mistake was because I can't see. So, you know, if you're shitty about it, you're an ableist. But after the formal proceedings of the breakup had concluded, he went to give me a hug at my door. And he came in over my blind spot with the hug. So instead of giving him a hug back, I gave him a firm, business-like handshake. Who's not autistic now, Sebastian? Thanks so much, I'm Ginny Hollands.